And here we are. Welcome forward again, everyone, to the latest edition of the Working Man's Warships. I am your humble host, Jedi Gad, and we welcome you, whoever you may be, wherever in the globe you are, whatever time of the day or night it is where you are, and however you are tuning in, watching, and listening. Welcome forward, everyone. Welcome. So, after the excitement of the last few days, the end of the Victoria campaign, hopefully you all got your rewards. We're going to calm it down a bit. It's the start of a new campaign, and I'm going to do my usual walkthrough. So first of all, right off the bat, we say, I like this song. This song that is playing in the background, the port music, I like this. I like it more than the duck music anyway, but this is nice. So, spoiler alert, quickly. First of all, I have read the patch notes. I do know what's in this campaign. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do what I normally do and break it down in its most simple terms for new players. This is how I do it. This is how I've always done it. This channel is called the Working Man's Warships for a reason. I'm here to show you how you can do this for the least amount of output. That's the first thing. The next thing, I've still got some games from the last campaign I have not yet uploaded. I will do. So don't get bewildered when you see the ducks again in the next few days. There's method to the madness. So, straight away, right off the bat, bottom of your screen, Spirits in the Wind. So if we go in here, you can see we have another calendar. Now, the end reward is, and I'm going to try my best here, I apologize to the Japanese, KD Kawashiro. Well, I tried. That's who you're going to get at the end of this. So, new players, you'll get a guise at the end of this for completing all your tasks. And your guys obviously is Japanese, and you'll get a 20% boost in a battle if you get a defended, captured, or assisted in capture ribbon, which for a destroyer should be fairly straightforward. And you'll get Japanese voiceover. Nice. Now, you'll also get daily rewards. So if you look, day 1, this is the things you'll get if you just play a battle, get 50 ribbons, and win. Fairly straightforward, and so on for the rest of the calendar. 3 weeks, 21 days, just do the daily missions. You'll get the guys and all the daily rewards and the weekly rewards. You also, if you look in the top right hand corner, have free unlocks. In other words, if you miss any days, you have 3 unlocks that you get for free. For free. Basically 1 a week on average. That's more than enough to cover all your days, and if you use all 3, it will start to cost you doubloons. So try and get those missions done. There's a lot of stuff you can get here, and it will cost you nothing. Just turn up and you'll get the guys and the rewards. So if we go to our campaign, the Blooming Mountain campaign, Inamura. So we've got a tier 7 Japanese battleship. Okay, again, I don't know if it's any good. I won't know till I play it. I'm not going to boost, I'm not going to buy the campaign. I will grind it, I will play it, and I will update the same as I have with Victoria. Show you how you can get it by doing it, playing. That's what we want. Yeah, the more you play, the more skills you will develop, and the better you'll get at the game. So Inamura is here. We can have a quick look. We have an engine boost, you know, different stuff here. You can see its hit points, all of the stats are here. Very good secondaries, base secondaries anyway, you can see. Okay, Inamura, fast battle cruiser, a hypothetical variant of the B-62 design with a more powerful main battery composition due to the use of 3 gun turrets at the ends of the hull. The development of the B-61/B-64 projects preceded the construction of the Amagi class battlecruisers at the turn of the 1910s to 20s, but none were ever built. Okay, Pyromania, HE, all of this stuff, right? Now again, it matters not how good the ship is or is not. What matters is the value of the ship. It's a tier 7 ship, and you can get that in the Blooming Mountain campaign. Yeah. Now you can see it goes all the way up to, is it 80 or 100? 80. So it's a shorter campaign than the Victoria. So you'll get that bunch of other goodies here. Now you can see the top row are all locked. Yeah, including the ship itself, all locked. If you play for free, you'll get everything at the bottom. Won't cost you anything. If you want the top layer, if we go to top right hand corner, Admiralty Backing, and you can see 2,500 to unlock the rewards, and then you win. Well, not even win, you just progress along. You can literally lose your way to the reward. You can. It'll take longer, but you can. But turn up to play, and you can see you get that. Now you can buy the complete campaign for 22,250 doubloons if you wanted to, and you'll get everything straight away. I never do this. I'm not spending that amount of money when I can just unlock it by playing. I'm not doing it. This is the working man's warships. We don't do that around here. Okay. And the total value of the complete campaign is 64,035 doubloons. Admiralty Backing 2,500. Okay, so let's go and look at the money, because we can all understand the money. If I go in the store here, we'll get to the crafting station in a minute, and I just look at the value of the doubloons. Okay, 2,750 doubloons for £7.39 in our money. There'll be an equivalent cost in dollars or whatever your currency is. So to buy the complete campaign would cost me £7.39, and the value was 64,000. Okay, so again, we can all understand the money. 64,000 doubloons. Okay, you can see the various packages for 37,000 plus the 10,000 here, so 47,000 would cost me £109.99, so £110, but I'd only get 47,000. So I would need to add to that to get myself up to 64. I would need to add this package here, because that's 17,500 plus 3,000, 20,500. So I would need to spend another £52.49. So call it £53 plus the 110. £163 is the value of this campaign. £163, and I can get all of that for £7.39. Now again, I understand if you can't purchase the doubloons. I get it. This is the working man's warships. Still do the missions and the campaigns. You'll get something. You'll get a bunch of crates. You'll get a bunch of goodies. You can still progress. But for £7.39, which again, most people here in the UK, that's lunch money. And I can get the value of £163 in the campaign. Yeah? So my advice, get your Admiralty Backing. You'll get the ship. Oh, it's asking me something. See, I'm doing this live. This is why I like to do it live. Lag and connection. Have I? I'm gonna say yes, I have. So back to normal viewing. You'll get your ship and a bunch of other stuff, and the value of your campaign 64,035, and you can get all of that for 2,500. I would strongly advise it, but be that as it may, still do the campaign, because even without it you're still going to get everything at the bottom. So let's just look at the bottom. There's a day of premium access there. It's a crate, 100,000 credits. You get the idea. There's a bunch of goodies at the bottom you can get for free. Commendation, bunch of stuff. Now obviously at the top you would get the top and the bottom with that £7.39 or whatever it is in your currency, but all the stuff at the bottom is available for you. You can get all of this, and crates can drop ships and commanders and stuff. Look, there's a commander crate, Japanese commander crate right there. You have another Japanese crate here. Any of those can drop goodies, and many times that's happened for me. A lot of my ships, most of my ships have come from goodies. Do the campaign, gain your rewards. Now, speaking of crates, let's go to the store. Okay, crafting station. Now, in the crafting station, you basically have to get yourself along to the reward at the end, which is the ship. There's a bunch of other rewards here as well, right? So there you go. You can see it in the top right, the percentages and what you need. Yeah, you can see it there in the top right. And there's the description. The Roman Empire flourished centuries ago, and its legacy still echoes through time. Lovely. It won't be easy to complete it all. It will take currency, but it's another option that is available to you. Now you've got obviously your other stuff. Now I can see here, classics only. This is for free. Get 50% of one of these ships. So if you don't have any of these ships, you get it for half price, which is nice. Now obviously it's still going to cost you, but half price. Now what I want to get onto is things like these crates. Now I'm of the opinion that unless you get a really good price, these are a waste of currency. The chances of you getting one of these ships does not equate to me. It does not justify the outlay of currency. You can buy them if you want. The chances of you getting something don't make it worth it, as far as I'm concerned. Now if you win the crate, that's different, because it didn't cost you anything, and a lot of my ships and stuff that I got in crates that I won. But buying them, like 1,000 doubloons, remember the campaign is 2,500 to get me 64,000 doubloons worth of goodies, £163 worth of goodies for £7.39 or whatever it was, £8, and I'm going to spend nearly half of that on one crate, which might just give me some camos. I wouldn't. Now you can if you want, but all of these crates, unless you get a really good deal, and don't get me wrong, sometimes you'll get a really good deal, but unless you see it, don't bother. Again, you can get this if you want, but 52,000 doubloons, we already went through this. That's a lot. If I win it, I win it. You know, if I don't, I don't. As you can see, so I got Haguro in one of the crates, just dropped. The rest of the stuff, no. Am I bothered? Nah. I'm not paying 52,500 doubloons even if it is on sale. Not on the working man's warships. That's not how I got here. That's not my ethos. So then there's other stuff. We look in offers, obviously. May the 4th be with you. Daily reward. Oh, we don't turn down nothing but our collar over here. I will take that free stuff. But the rest of it, So we go to special, as you see, you know, the crafting station, and there's all of this stuff here. Would I buy it? Probably not. Not gonna lie. Again, very expensive stuff. To me, I'm not spending money on these things. If I win it, great. Am I spending money? No. Now, if you get game currency, like in any given campaign, so let's say, for example, we're in a Japanese campaign. Now, let's say that they said, just for this campaign, we're going to give you yen when you win in certain battles. Yeah. But am I going to pay doubloons for all of this stuff? Hell to the no. Not doing it. You got your premium, usual stuff. Again, you can win premium in your campaigns. Your commanders, your containers, usual stuff. Most of which I won't be purchasing. This is the working man's warships. I don't get given anything for free unless it's the stuff that you lot get. I have no special rewards, and I ain't buying none of this stuff. The only thing I'll buy is my Admiralty campaign, because my Admiralty Backing, excuse me, because I've got the currency to do it. The rest of that, wouldn't waste your time. So I will get this, and I'll do the missions in the calendar. Aside from that, that's all you really need. Turn up, play daily, complete your missions. You will get a lot of things. You don't need to spend a lot of money on this game to get good and to progress. I'd advise against it. I created this channel for that reason. This is the working man's warships, and I want to show you how you do it on a budget. Because let's be real, most of us are playing on a budget. If you can afford to buy the stuff, more power to you. But this is for those, you know what this is? This is the gaming equivalent of struggle meals. We all understand struggle meals, right? My channel is ghetto pizza. That's what this is. I want to show you how you do it without paying that. So hopefully I've helped you. Now, if you have any questions, any suggestions, let me know. Aside from that, all the best for the campaign. Get your missions done. Get your rewards. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Working Man's Warships. If you've enjoyed this, like, subscribe and share. And above all else, take care. See you next time, folks.